性工作也是人权，性工作也是工作。
We are angry. Sex workers' rights are human rights. Sex work is work. My name is Lily.
我们不是人口贩卖，我们是人，只是需要工作的人。我们暴力是不可以接受，每个人都需要被尊重。
We are not human traffic victims. We are just humans who need work. Violence should not be acceptable. You should all be respected. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much to our Butterfly members, especially, I want to say in advance, for all of the work and all of the efforts they've made to share their voices so that I can share with you now. And I am going to take up some space and take up some time. Thank you in advance. Because we're a membership representing over 5,000 Asian and migrant sex workers across Canada. So it's going to take a moment. Thank you very much for being here. Oh, thank you. Okay, because we, like you just heard, this one story is one of so many. We have so many stories to share with you, and we really need you to listen. So many stories about how our members must choose between risking arrest and deportation or choosing abuse and robbery, because our community is set up in this way with laws to be targeted by both predators and state-sanctioned violence, and that's what these laws are. As I said, Butterfly is a community-led organization. We organize and provide support to over 5,000 Asian workers who work in massage parlors and the sex industry across Canada. And truly, everyone here and all of the allies you'd like to invite who might be on the fence and don't understand, we need you, we invite you to keep learning more about how these laws work to cause us harm and do not protect us as they claim to. We need you to understand how they are instead designed to eliminate sex work, to eliminate us, sex workers, whatever the cost, even if that cost is our safety or our very lives. That is what they are willing to pay to eliminate sex work. I'd like to share some quotes from our workers that have been translated so that you can hear some of their stories now. I am working in an apartment with 2 other workers. I was being assaulted and sexually assaulted 3 times in a month. The robber treated us like a money machine because they know we are illegal. I can't call the police, and I won't call the police because I would rather be robbed than arrested. The management of the building blackmails us. I have paid them $4,000 and they are asking for an extra $6,000 in order to allow us to continue working. Shame. After I paid the money, they still issued a letter and evicted me. I just want to work. Why do you keep saying I am a victim of trafficking? I just want to survive and work. I am treated as the mud on the floor. Anyone can step on me. I can't speak out because I am treated as illegal, and so they exploit me. Please understand that sex work is work, and sex work should not be a crime. Please listen to us so much until you feel empowered to share what you've learned and speak up for us to amplify our voices. Because no matter what anyone's personal opinion is about our work, whether or not they deem it or call it decent work, we will not be denied our autonomy, and we will fight laws that violate our human rights. Even the name of this law, the Protection of Communities and Exploited Persons Act, the name is a lie, as these laws do not protect our community or prevent exploitation. In fact, as long as any part of sex work is criminalized, we will continue to experience human rights abuses as we avoid law enforcement, as we live and work in precarious and unsafe conditions, and we do not seek help in the form of services from community service organizations as well, or report crimes against us. Knowing we fear law enforcement is what makes us vulnerable targets to robbery, abuse, and this exploitation. So please understand, perhaps this is an experience completely unfamiliar to you, but racialized and migrant women face violence, bad working conditions, and exploitation every day in all industries. in caregiving industries, as factory workers, as farm workers. And as a response, have you ever seen calls for the criminalization of any of these industries? No. What we do is we go up the street like the march just did, the rally above us. And we call for our labor rights. We call for migrant rights, and we call for status for all. Again, whether you understand yet or not, sex work is a way for many racialized migrant workers to resist oppression, to access income, gain social resources, to build a network and even escape abusive relationships. Sex work for us is how we resist oppression. And those who would be criminalized as third parties, these are our colleagues, our friends and family who help us. Other sex workers, even our clients, this is how we organize our own resistance, and they are an essential support system. This is not an organized crime ring, but rather self-organized mutual aid when other aid is not accessible or enough. These laws would wrongly frame them as traffickers and abusers. Asian sex workers have often been arrested when they help other sex workers. I'm going to read another story about this. Almost 200 women were charged for procuring an advertisement in the last few years. 2 sex workers, in fact, were arrested just because they helped other workers. They screened clients to help them communicate with clients if their English is better. These are safety measures we take for ourselves to keep ourselves safe the way we know we need to and know how to. Even when there was absolutely no evidence of exploitation, these friends and family members were also arrested when they helped them for giving them a ride, buying them food, helping them pay bills. Here's another story. Again, thank you very much for listening here. We're a platform, and when we have the opportunity to share directly from our members, we really appreciate you listening and we need you to learn. As other sex workers, she's had to reduce her work due to her health condition. She's being charged just by helping other workers to answer the phone and set up a date. And here's a quote. After being charged, "I can't work anymore. The police took my phone, they took all my money, I've lost my apartment, I've become homeless, and I have no income. I can't even afford to pay for food, and not only me, my dog has also lost her home because I can't afford to take care of her. And a few months later, that dog died because she couldn't get her care. I do not force anyone to work. I do not exploit anyone. I have so many nights wanting to end my life because of this injustice. This is not the law that protects sex workers. This law punishes the women and punishes sex workers. If you believe in fighting gender-based violence, then you must fight to decriminalize sex work. These laws only act to give more power to law enforcement. That is what these laws are designed to do, who then target sex workers while claiming to act to protect trafficking victims. They also embolden. This sends a message to municipal government as well, that we are fair game targets for their own political agendas. And this is happening right now in Newmarket, that passed a blatantly anti-Asian bylaw, to drive only Asian massage businesses and workers out of their towns. There's a petition going around, you can sign it now. But our members have spoken loudly. We are organized and we are mobilized. We have strong voices, and these voices have said they are workers and not victims. The police have only brought more harm and danger into their lives. We know what we need to do to keep ourselves safe, which is why we fight for our rights and not our rescue. One more quote. I am not a trafficked victim. I just want to work. I'm using my own hand, my own body to earn a living to support myself and my family. When they arrested me, they searched all my stuff, took all my money. Tell me if this sounds like a rescue to you. The $7,000 the police took was the income I earned from 2 months. Why did they arrest me and take my money when the police said they are protecting me? And I hope you can also feel this with me, though, even amidst this seemingly David and Goliath fight, and it does feel like that. I am here hopeful because I've already witnessed the turning tides. It feels so powerful. We are so powerful together, and to have all these people standing here. The Ontario Coalition, as Jen said earlier, of rape crisis centers, they're in court fighting with us now. The Migrant Workers Alliance, they stand here with us, knowing this is a labor rights issue. Our allies truly are the best I've ever met and known in my entire life. If you truly listen to our community and care about the rights and safety of workers, you will understand, just as the Supreme Court of Canada already concluded in 2013, that any laws that put sex workers at more risk and violate our rights is plainly unconstitutional. If you understand this now, please spread our message, urge our society to support the full decriminalization of sex work, to urge the government to listen to us, repeal PCEPA. Canada is ready, and Parliament has the power to do so immediately. Decrim sex work. Sex work is work.
Sex work is work.
Thank you for listening, and please keep hearing our stories. We have so much more to share. Thank you.
Thank you so much. You really can see how it's important we build the solidarity across different movement, workers movement, migrant movement, racial justice movement, gender movement. This is the way how we can strong to resist any kind of oppression. So that we need to stand together, and criminal law cannot do it. Decrim now!
Decrim now!